So same routine as normal. It has been the same thing for probably the last 7 months now. Usually I'll take Pride in the morning because I'll go train, but now I'm just doing cardio, so Oxy Shredded it is. Come back to bed, read my book for about 30-40 minutes, plan the day, and then it just gives me a bit of time to myself. It's been the same for like 7 months, so I'm just a creature of habit. I don't change too much, but I feel like doing it this way sets me up for the day probably the best way that I could, so I enjoy it. So here we're gonna do 30 to 40 minutes and we're gonna do 12 to 15% incline, either one really, and 5 kilometers an hour. At the end of this, I will be absolutely dripping and drenched. My heart rate will be up a bit. It isn't low intensity cardio to the point of like, you could have a conversation. It's kind of a mix of both. You're getting some aerobic in there as well, but I really love that, especially on a rest day if I'm not doing much, because I like to get my heart rate up. I feel so much better. If I was to walk outside, I'd need to walk like double the amount just to get the energy expenditure, but also just to feel like I've done something. And then also, sometimes, I mean, I listen to music in the background anyway, but I'm gonna read as well because it passes the time quite easily. So that's what I've been doing recently, is actually just reading on the treadmill. You guys must think, well, if you just fucking read all day, read in the morning, read doing cardio, but I'm telling you, the more books that you guys can read, like it just helps. Like it helps in everything. I read books on just basically everything. I've got like the mindset stuff, self-development, as well as training specific books, just learning and stuff. So for me, it just kills 2 birds with 1 stone. Like if I saw 2 seagulls out here and I had a rock, they literally would not stand a chance. Like there would be 2 seagull funerals tomorrow probably. That's how efficient this cardio workout is. What's up, dog? What are you training? Bit of push. Absolutely drenched. Look at that. Cooked, 40 minutes done. Now a new routine, I'm probably like a week into this, foam rolling and stretching. It just sucks. It sucks, but it has to be done.
Who wants an ice cream?
Now, a lot of you guys are asking if I'm still doing cold showers, and yes, still am. I've been taking cold showers for the past 7 months, and I can gladly say that I've grown an extra foot. It's been awesome. Really, I just enjoy them. There's no craziness behind it. It just feels really good. But the only difference being is now that I take them usually after my cardio session. So before I was doing it like first thing out of bed, but now I really enjoy it when I'm like just built up a sweat and then I jump straight in. But I mean, when I say really enjoy it, it still sucks. I don't enjoy it. I don't enjoy it. And I'm also gonna run you guys through my current hair routine, or whatever you wanna call it. This video as well is sponsored by Blue Man, but if you guys have seen my channel before, you know that I've used these guys for probably over a year now. Best hair products in the game, literally, not even kidding. These are my 2 favorites, Ascend Cream and then the Monarch Paste. So, a little bit about them. This one adds a bit more thickness to the hair, so if you have kind of thin hair, it'll have more volume and texture. And then this one is basically just a good all-rounder, like a good matte paste. So if you don't really know what to get, that will probably work. Or actually, you guys can get this kit, which is a bit of everything, like little cute mini tubs if you want to try it out. So if you guys want to get a discount on that, you can use the code ZAC at blueman.com, I think, in the description. But basically, and this will probably turn some people off, but I actually use a blow dryer on my hair and it works so well. So quick little tutorial, little bit. And my hair's damp now. So I just slap it about. That's it. Done, the complex now. See, a little bit thicker now already. Actually a lot thicker, because I just washed it as well. Then a little bit of this one. And I'll just go from back to front, just basically trying to wipe all this off of my head. That's kind of what I do. Sometimes I just leave it like that, or I'll get Old Mate Dry back out. And yes, I did use a brush. It is just easier to style your hair with a little brush. So, especially if it's curly, that just flicks it and then just easier than me doing this a million times. But that is pretty much it. You all missing any spots?
You're looking f***ing good.
Am I looking good or am I looking cool? So now it's time for meal one. Now on rest days, I don't usually decrease calories too much. I mean, there's a couple ways of going about it. If you want, you can decrease the calories because you might not be as hungry when you're resting. And if you're in a calorie deficit and your goal is fat loss, then I would suggest probably doing so because it'll be easier to just increase the size of the deficit without being too hungry. Because on a rest day, if you're not as active, you're probably not going to be as hungry. So then you could use that as basically a means of calorie cycling in a way. So let's say if you're in a fat loss phase, you could go your 2 rest days a week. If you have 2 rest days a week, reduce your calories by a couple of hundred, then you've created an extra 400 calorie deficit on top of what you're already doing. So that's one way of doing it. If you're in a muscle building phase, I wouldn't suggest doing so. Just keep it relatively the same, because there's not much point. You're growing and recovering when you're resting. So it'd be stupid to deprive your body of calories when you need them most. But in my case right now, I'm basically like maintenance / kind of cutting a little bit. I'm not doing like an aggressive cut whatsoever. It's just very kind of easy maintenance, kind of cruisy cut. So we're gonna see how that goes. So I'm not really too fast. Like that's why today I thought I would cook the pancakes recipe that I posted on my story the other day. So the other day I posted my story, literally the best protein pancake recipe I've ever had. And mum literally made it up on the spot and she just tried it. And I think I consumed a whole breakfast because I was like, this is unreal. And then I said, do you want to see a recipe? And then everybody was actually losing their minds over wanting the recipe. So I thought, you know what, I'll do that today. And then for the most part, I will keep my carbs basically the same on rest days. I mean, like I said, my carbs today are usually they're around 200. That's what I'm gonna keep it at. So I'll probably get some more carbs in later in the day. But anyway, protein pancakes, here's what you're gonna need. About a cup of ricotta, 2 eggs, vanilla oxywhey, AKA the best protein known to man. If you want to get this at a discount, you can use Zac 10 at ehplabs.com. Yes, we've got some left, thank God. A little bit of honey, because it tastes amazing. Cinnamon, always goes well with ricotta. Vanilla paste, baking powder, and a little bit of almond milk, just for that consistency. So literally, simple as that. I'm gonna throw all that in here, mix it up, fry it up, and then we'll be left with arguably the best protein pancakes in the world. How good is this? I'll tell you guys. Heaven. Unfortunately, I'm back on the iPad again. I need like as much stimulation as possible. I want to be eating something nice and probably reading something interesting, just to be distracted, or watching TV, but I don't like to watch TV during the day. It just doesn't, I feel like a piece of shit, so I just read. If I'm reading a good book, this is like the best. Or sometimes I just bring it over to my desk and work, but it's very weird to like eat and then spush it all over the keyboard. So I eat in like 2 minutes anyway, so. These are like the ricotta hotcakes you get at a really good cafe that charges like $80. So I don't know how this has 0 calories, like, what the fuck is in it? Water, cellulose gum, don't know what that is. Natural and artificial flavor, salt, oh, bit salt. Sucralose, sodium phosphate, potassium sorbate, chemicals, sorbic acid, bit of chemicals, health and fitness. Yum, so brekie's done. I'm gonna go do some work for probably a couple hours. And then today is not much time for me. So work, then you guys will see lunch, then go get dry needling done, and then dinner. And I think that's pretty much it. We'll see what happens.
Camera here.
I'm just time-lapsing work. This is psycho.
Yes!
So time for lunch. Now, I'm quite lazy when it comes to lunches unless I've already prepped food. So usually we have food that's just left over from when I ate last night. So that's what we have now. It's usually a relatively fatty cut of meat like salmon, beef, or chicken thighs. So today that's what we're doing. We've got chicken thighs here. I have some white rice as well. This is Japanese sushi rice because it is just the best. So if you guys don't have those shitty basmati packet ones, it's so average. Just cook your own sushi rice or get pre-made Japanese ones from the Asian store online because that's what I do. That's another, if I'm lazy. And then Bear's favorite, snow peas. Basically stir fry it a little bit, add some sauces, and that is pretty much it. Done. And then to finish, this goes on top. Kewpie roasted sesame. Now that's a party. You're so cute.
Oh! Just get the shit out of your head.
She does not know what's going on.
Are you rushing or are you fucking dragging? JK Dragons.
Dinky Dragon.
I bet you.
Yeah.
Look at the fucking cameras on or you'd be saying, yeah. That's good.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah?
I reckon I just got a grain of rice in between my nose and my mouth. Have you got that?
Huh, no, because I eat through my mouth. Is that how you spell liaising?
Also, you've got to pay attention to when you capitalize letters.
By accident.
No, I've done it a few times.
How?
Sometimes you'll put a space before punctuation as well. Space, comma.
What do you reckon this weighs? 200 grams?
Do you want a drink?
No, it's... I'm gonna sit here and practice my fucking punctuation. Mum, Zach's teasing my punctuation and I can't spell.
Do you know what a capital's for? Place, name, person, name.
I know.
Everything.
Sorry, I can't use my life baby fucking hand.
Time to get needled. So I try to do this every 2 weeks, probably. Massage or myo, dry needling. You can't turn Dave down. If Dave cuts you off, you gotta stop talking. I go to the myo because my muscles are hurting. Alright, let's do it.
Sorry.
Whoa.
That's fine. Like that needle, yeah, went the whole way in, kind of like to there.
Oh my god.
It helps a lot though, like even through there, it just feels a little bit better.
Mm-hmm. So, also guys, this isn't usually... Hey! Shut up, Harrison! I was gonna say, this isn't usually my rest day routine, but we are going to the movies tonight. I'll tell you the bad news first. There's good news and bad news. The bad news is, Harrison's here. Alright? Just look at him.
Joel, what do we say to Harrison?
Oh shit!
Mum? Close enough.
Oh shit! But the good news is that we got a free movie ticket. So this happens every now and then. I basically put up a story, promote it a little bit, and we get to go see a premiere, which is good. It's called Nobody, and it's basically after Harrison. The movie is based on Harrison's life.
I probably won't be able to film anything there. So if I get anything now, it's just a Harrison. What are you drinking?
I'm drinking all your
What's up?
oxy.
You want to drive there, Joel? Drive home?
Yep.
Pick up Josh? Leave Harrison here?
Oh, I'm coming.
See you, Tweets.
Alright, see you, dog. I don't want to bring this camera with me, I don't need it. I am gonna just watch a movie and go out for dinner. But I might check in with you guys in the morning, guys. So, currently the day after what you saw yesterday, as it follows. And last night was actually really good. Saw that movie and it was sick. I don't know if you guys have seen it yet, if it's out yet, but it was actually awesome. Really enjoyed that. And then got some pizza, and then, as is tradition, unfortunately, every time me, Joel, and Josh go out to eat, Josh always wants fucking pancakes. Always wants pancake parlor. He never had pancake parlor in his whole life. I guess pancake parlor, if you're not from Australia, I mean, I think it's only Australian. That's like your IHOP, but better. It's just, the pancakes are just better, I'm telling you. And he's never had it before. So one time, me and Joel took him there for dessert after dinner, because it's pigs. And then ever since, it's like we can't go out for dinner and not get pancakes. So anyway, we ended up at the pancake parlor, got some pancakes after massive dinner. So I woke up this morning so full, which is not ideal. And like I said, that is not a usual rest day for me, just to eat pizza and pancakes for dinner, because that was like the ultimate. I might do that like once a week, maybe. Usually just be a normal dinner. But anyway, I had no choice, because today I have to film another video, which is the next one that I'm posting, which is The Rock's cheat day. So I literally am so full right now, and I'm about to eat a sickening amount of food. So I'm a little bit nervous, and I'm kind of dreading it and not looking forward to it. Because usually on like a cheat day video, I would have dieted for like 4 days beforehand, so I get really hungry and like keen for it. And at this point, I'm just thinking like, I just had pancakes and now I'm about to have some French toast, and I'm not looking forward to it. But these things have to be done, all right? They have to be done. So that is it for me, guys. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please like it, comment below, and please subscribe to the channel as well, and turn that bell on, because I swear YouTube is just dogging me and is not even letting people get notified when my videos come out. So that'd be great if you could turn that on, and otherwise, that is it for me. And you guys know what to do. Stay massive.
Slide into your DMs in the PM and the AM. Then I slide into your feelings when you see just what I'm saying.